Gentlemen, JP Alexander for the Rabid Dogs Unleashed. It is Monday, March, May 3rd, 2021. And yeah, it's been a while since I've had a video, so welcome me back. I'm back. Yeah, I just doing other things, like procrastinating and wasting my time. Now I'm here to do a new video. Today I'm going to be talking about something I posted the other day on Facebook. It was about Caitlyn Jenner. Anyway, she was running for a senator, I think, of California, if I'm not mistaken. Senator, governor, I don't know. Anyway, she's running as a Republican. Okay, not that surprising. I know she didn't really. When she speaks, she seems like kind of going that way. So okay, that's understandable. Um, she said she's not for trans men, biological men, competing in women's sports. And I think that's just fucking common sense. I don't think that's even something we should be speaking of. But we are, but we shouldn't be. People, you shouldn't be canceled because you agree with Caitlyn Jenner. And I don't think Caitlyn Jenner should be canceled because she said that. She should know she was an Olympiad when she was Bruce Jenner, and a pretty fit Olympiad and pretty strong. And women could not compete against him. And women can't compete against her right now. I mean, women her age, she's, at an age, but yes, the normal woman her age probably against her in the sport she was good at, whatever, probably wouldn't be able to compete. So here's my point. I think it's common sense because if you're okay, this is what I have to ask people. If you're okay with all women's world records being held by biological men, then fine. That's fine because that's going to happen. That's going to happen rather quickly. That records are going to be shattered by biological men. That's just common sense. That's just going to happen. That's not even something that I'm saying that's never going to come to fruition. No, it is going to come to fruition. If you're okay with that, fine. If you're okay with women not being able to compete and the field made up of, mostly transgender individuals and the elite women who can get to that point, or maybe, there's not enough transgender people to field the team, or what have you. I think it's just something we shouldn't be talking about. It's pretty ridiculous. Now, if they want to make a transgender league, like biological men that are becoming women transgender, that league, and a biological men becoming women, or biological women becoming men, transgender team. Two leagues, two completely new leagues. Okay, that we could talk about. But if we let biological men, compete against women in women's sports, then I might as well say to my daughter who loves to play softball, I might as well say, you can enjoy softball now and enjoy it for, however you can enjoy it. But when you get to a higher level, you're going to have to compete against men, and you're not going to be able to compete. So when you get to that level and you're told you can't make the roster because the spots are being filled up by biological men who are transitioning to women, I want you to understand that now, because that's coming if this is allowed to continue. Now, I don't want to, put anybody down. I don't want people to be upset. I don't want I don't want to say anything against transgender individuals. I don't. I feel bad that I'm saying that they, and they want to just play sports like everybody else. I understand that. I do. And they should be able to. But in a league where, not in a league where they're going to dominate so much. I mean, I feel they're not biological women. Women biologically, and I don't think it's. I think that's just science. Again, in common sense, are not as strong, as fast, as agile as men. It's just that's it. They don't have the same muscle tone, and they're not going to have it. So even a biological woman who becomes biological man who becomes a woman, geez, I'm confused here so much of this talk. But biological men who become women have so much advantages, and even if they transition into a woman, they're still going to have a lot of the advantages that biological men have over women. And even when it's all said and done, as long as they're in a women's league, they're going to dominate most women. That's just the way it is. I mean, even at the higher echelons, that's going to happen too, because you're going to get the best trans biological man, even if they're number 200 in the world, is probably still going to be. And it's again, let me just say, I don't want to start arguments here and have you say, oh, the Venus and Serena Williams played a guy who was 203rd in the world, and he beat both of them. He beat both of them 6-1 and 6-2. So I don't see, and that happened. That is the fact that happened. Okay, a guy ranked 203 in the world. That's not me making it up. That's just something that happened. Okay, again, Venus and Serena Williams are probably the best female tennis players the world has ever seen of all time, but they couldn't beat a guy who was ranked 203rd in the world. I'm not saying he's a great tennis player. He's not. He's not even near the top. But he shouldn't be able to be allowed to play against women. And boxing, anything that's physical contact, forget about it. Women are going to get hurt. And that's just something we shouldn't talk about. That's a non-starter as far as I'm concerned. So I feel like I'm bringing up something controversial, which I think it should just be common sense. I don't think it should be controversial. And that's what Caitlyn Jenner is saying too. And I think Caitlyn Jenner is 100% right. Caitlyn Jenner knows. There's somebody who knows the benefits they have over a biological woman. And she thinks it's, ridiculous. But that's what I got to say about that, okay? And that's subject. And then we got to another subject I want to talk about. Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro is having marital problems, and I think he divorced his wife of who knows how many years. He had some kids with her. That was his second wife, second or third. I don't know. I mean, he keeps his personal life very, very private. So anyway, but it's come out that he had to cut her monthly payments from $385,000 a month to $100,000 a month. Who are these people? Well, why? And his lawyer is saying it's a shame he has to take all the movies he takes. And at first I would say I'm really not that, I really don't feel that sorry for him because, you get involved with women, this happens. This is just to be expected. When you make a lot of money, you get involved with women and you get divorced and they're going to want all your money. Has happened to much better people, much richer people than Robert De Niro. And Bill Gates now is getting divorced. I just heard him and his wife are getting divorced after 27 years of marriage, and she's going to get a shitload settlement on that one. Fucking it. You think she's going to say, give me $10 million a year, I'll be good? I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think she's going to say, give me $10 million a year. The kids are grown. The youngest is 18 and going to college. He could say, I'm going to put all the kids through college. I'm going to take care of them. I'm going to support them. You think she's going to say, give me $10 million a year and I'll be okay? I don't think so. I don't think that's going to happen. And if she gets a lawyer, which of course she's going to, he's going to say, oh no, we're going to go for the maximum we can get. Whatever that is. $10 million ain't going to fucking do it. A year? What are you insane? So there's a lot of people divorced in the news, and you got, yeah, like I said, a lot of richer people than Robert De Niro. So I don't feel bad for Robert De Niro, but, and I want to say this too, but a big huge but. Um, if we could have been spared 25 years of the shit he's been making, yeah, I think I kind of feel his wife's kind of a bitch to take all that money and force him to make the shit he's been making. I mean, let's look at. Let me just bring up here. Yeah, well, let me just bring up Robert De Niro. Let me just bring up the last. I mean, I'm not saying the old Robert De Niro. The Robert De Niro we know and love from the '70s, Taxi Driver, Mean Streets, Raging Bull was 1980. The King of Comedy. I'm not talking about that Robert De Niro. I'm talking about Robert De Niro post 1996. That's the Robert De Niro I'm talking about. So let's see filmography. Let's see Robert De Niro filmography. Okay, the movies he's made in the last 25 years. I'm not talking his first 25 years of being in the business. His last 25 years of being in the business. Okay, let's go that. I mean, he made some great. I mean, Mean Streets, The Godfather 2, Taxi Driver, just great. The Last Tycoon, New York. That wasn't that great. Deer Hunter, yeah. Raging Bull, yeah. True Confessions, that was pretty good. The King of Comedy, Once Upon a Time in America, yeah. Falling in Love, oh, that was with Meryl Streep. Okay, the Untouchables, I think, was a great fucking comedy. I think one of the funniest comedies. That was a great movie, and when he got started in that, I said, this guy could do comedy good. At that point, I respected Robert De Niro in a comedy. I think he's made some shit ones since then, but that's Robert De Niro's best comedy by far. We know Angels, Goodfellas, Awakenings. Okay, let me go post 1996. From 1996 until now, The Fan. That just started in 1996 on a bad note. That was the stuff that one with Wesley Snipes. That looked stupid. That was dumb. Okay, Sleepers, Marvin's Room, Copland. Copland was good. Jackie Brown was good. Wag the Dog was good. Great Expectations. Ironian was good. Analyze This. Yeah, okay. Analyze This. Flawless. Okay. Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle. Remember when we thought that was something that, wow, I can't believe Robert De Niro took that role. Wow. He'll never do something like that again. He's got to learn from how bad that was. Actually, Rocky and Bullwinkle seems like Citizen Kane next to some of the shit he's been making the last couple of years. Let me tell you. Men of Honor, Meet the Parents. Meet the Parents was funny. It was like Analyze This. It was funny, but then it had to make the sequels and really fuck it up. Okay. Showtime, City by the Sea, Analyze That, Godsend, Shark Tale, Meet the Fuckers. Fucking just bad. It was so bad. Robert De Niro has to play second fiddle clown to Barbra Streisand. Please, no. Somebody tell me, no. Hide and Seek, don't know what that is. A Good Shepherd, it was okay. Arthur and the Invisibles, no idea. Stardust, Righteous Kill, What Just Happened, Everybody's Fine, Machete, Stone, Little Fuckers, The Angels of Love, Killer Elite, Limitless, New Year's Eve, Being Flynn. I watched Being Flynn. I mean, no. Red Lights, Freelancers, Silver Linings Playbook. That was actually not that bad. A big wedding, chick flick, embarrassing chick. You could just see him just dialing it in at that point. I want some money. His stupid. At that point is when he was losing it. That was 2013. Killing Season, The Family, Lost Vegas, American Hustle. American Hustle wasn't that bad. Grudge Match. Him and Sylvester Stallone fighting. I mean, anybody buy that? Robert De Niro in his prime was a middleweight, if not even a lighter weight, and Sylvester Stallone, in retrospect, anyway. The Big Man, The Intern, Heist, Joy. The Intern was him playing second fiddle to Anne Hathaway and some cook guy who played her husband. Dirty Grandpa. That was bad. Come on, that was bad. Hands of Stone, The Comedian. Joker, Irishman. Joker was good. Irishman, most overrated movie he starred in. Worst casting anyway. I talked about that already. The War with Grandpa. Really? He's going to be in Dirty Grandpa and The War with Grandpa. Was he playing the same guy? I mean, The Comeback Trail. Canberry Glass, Wash Me in the River, Killers of the Flower Moon. Okay, Now, if we could have been spared that shit, okay, that excrement, okay, and he's right. Between 1965, 30 years. Let me give it 30 years. 1965 till 1995. That's 30 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. 45 films between 1965 and 1995. 45 films, okay. Between 96 and now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. 60. So 30 years, first 30 years of his career, 45 films, the last 25, 60. So yeah, he's right. He had to make a lot more films to support his wife and her lavish lifestyle. And if we could have been spared those films because she could have been less of a bitch, I'm all for that. So yeah, I think he has a point, and I agree with him. He shouldn't have to make these shit films anymore. Please, God, make it stop. Don't let him make the Fockers #4, Micro Fockers, or Here Come the Fockers, or some fucking stupid, moronic, imbecilic film that he's in. Don't let him de-age. Oh, wait, he beats up the store owner and he's like 80 years old. Come on. And he's fighting in World War II. He's supposed to be like 18. And he's like, Robert De Niro's 80-year-old body with the age. Come on, Scorsese, come on. Don't make him go gracefully. Make him play a dying victim or something and then end his career, please. Please stop taking his money so you can buy jewelry or what the hell it is you buy. And make him say, she doesn't care. She doesn't have to watch this shit. We do. We're fans of De Niro. We got this shit because what De Niro's in it, it's got to be good. When was the last time that was true? When was the last time that was true? The 90s? Probably. Shit, I mean, what is this? What is the comeback? Who the comeback trail? What the hell is that? Oh, the comedian, Hands of Stone, Dirty Grandpa. What? Joy, Heist, The Intern, The Heist. I never heard of that. Lost Vegas, The Big Wedding, Freelancers, Red Lights, New Year's Eve, The Ages of Love. What? Who's he playing in these films? Giovanni Veronese. Who the hell? Everybody's fine. No, Robert, you're not fine. Obviously you're not fine. That's all I gotta say about that, because I'm getting really upset because we had to go through 25 years of shit because his wife needed to go on a spending spree. Please, God, make it stop. Tell her that's it. Cut it off. We shouldn't be subjected to this anymore. If we could be spared this and you can't buy a fur coat, I'm all for it. I say cut her off. That's it. The money stops here because we want this to stop here. And that's all I got to say about that. Anyway, JP Alexander for the Rubber Dogs Unleashed. And until next time, ciao.